There go that Holland. Grand Rising. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever it is to and for you. Yes, it's me. Yes, I'm live. Yes, it's me. See my yellow nails. I I didn't feel like getting on video today. I did not feel like getting on the video tonight. So I guess you could say I'm doing something a little different than what we are used to because I didn't want to get on the video tonight. Okay. So hopefully, because I know people have a thing for they want to see me. But, I'm not the topic of discussion, honey. So, yeah. Grand Rising, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is to and for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back to my channel. No, I'm not getting on the screen tonight. Aria, peace and blessings, honey. And yes, I can see y'all chats. No, I'm not getting on the screen tonight. I didn't feel like doing that. Some told me don't get on the screen tonight, so I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I was guided to do. But I'm still here. It's me. It's me. Look, I gotta show my nails. I feel like that's the only way. I feel like that's the only way people know it's me. Andrew Lincoln. Hey, long time no see. Well, I guess you still ain't seeing me, huh? Hello, darling. Yeah, is that crazy work? Yeah, I was guided not to get on the video tonight. But that didn't mean I wasn't gonna show up. I wasn't guided not to do the video. I was just guided not to get on the live. Okay, but I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'm chilling, y'all. I'm relaxing. So hopefully for once people can actually focus on the topic and not what I look like. Hopefully. You said it's different for sure, Aria. It is. It is. Yes, it is. We're going to see how it go. See how it goes. See how it flows. And I can, I can see y'all comments and stuff a little better. I just noticed that. So I do like that. I definitely like that. That's a plus for me. Because I really don't. Thank you for the floating hearts, love. I can still send y'all some hearts. Look, I saw this cute little water filter thing. I seen it pop up on the screen because it gave me the option to put something on here. I said, oh, that's cute. So I put that on there. I said I could put some on the screen. But I don't know if y'all can see that it's like watery. I don't know. Listen, I'll be trying. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate you, Big Hurt. Hello, James Henley. So y'all, if y'all remember, well, if you new here, visit the playlist section. Okay, everything is in the playlist section. Definitely look at the thumbnails of the videos because those are more detailed. The thumbnails are way more detailed than the title of the videos. So the thumbnail will describe what the video is about. Okay, just a quick summary of what the videos are about. Watch is Tuesday. So we are doing our topic for the night. And I just chose not to get on the video. That's all. I just chose not to show my face on the video. That's it. Not major, not major. Definitely visit the playlist section. If you are not a member, consider joining. I still have to go over there and do the full moon breakdown energy. So I'm going to do that in the morning. Earlier today, we did that 2-hour video. So, baby, listen, that put me way behind because I wasn't expecting that. You said you think love is loyalty over varied emotions. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I don't do my hair for anyone. Watch. I do my hair for myself. If and when I feel like it. But that's not what we're discussing. Anywho, so yes. Our topic tonight is, well, I told y'all last. Okay, I know that's right. We said I told what our topic would be last night in the video. But like I said, visit the playlist section, go read about the members only section. I do have my prayer list here in case anyone wants to be put on my prayer list. If you don't know and you are new here, I do a prayer list every 7 days. I put it in my prayer box. I put the names on the list who asked to be on the list. All you got to do is let me know you want to be put on my prayer list. And I put it in my prayer box. Every 7 days, I switch it out. So we do a new prayer list every 7 days, okay? Dang, you know what I don't like? I can't really block people like this. I can only delete the comments. Ugh, I need a moderator to show up. We just gonna give it some time. But definitely read about the memberships, okay? Yeah, all that information is there. Any information you may need in regards to me can be found in the description section of my channel, or my videos rather, in the about section of my channel. My website is listed in the description section as well as my about section on my channel. Okay, so yeah, stop by. All right. Our topic tonight is our love for our children. So today is Tuesday. On Tuesdays is what is your perspective of love and why topics, which are usually topics in regards to love and matters of the heart. So tonight we are discussing our love for our children. Doesn't matter the age range or the age group your children are in. If you have children, or even if you don't have children yet, feel free to chime in respectfully, of course. We don't mind. It's open topics, open discussions. All that I ask is that you keep it respectful or you get blocked. Okay? I'll block you. I will block you. Yes, I will. Okay, so FYI. All right. I don't want to have to block anyone, but when people get disrespectful, so we got to do what we got to do over here. So, yeah. Anywho, I feel like, Aria, listen, not just your freedom. Aria said, I'm going to take your freedom if you mess with my babies. Not just your freedom. Yeah. And it's crazy because earlier we was talking about children. Last night we started getting on the conversation about children. And it was so funny because my sons was fighting, arguing last night. So that was just like, yeah, okay. I see where we going with this. But yeah, that's our love for our children. Because I feel like, and I know for sure that especially these days dealing with teenage age children is it's a little frustrating. Dealing with young, it's all frustrating. It's especially if you a single parent or if you in a two-parent household and you still, something like a single parent, because that's real. That definitely happens. You said you have children, but you can imagine the love for them. If I had some. Oh, you don't have children. Okay. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, what would you, what do you think your love would be like for your children if you had some? You said same thing, prison of this life or prison of the next. Whew, Aria, you ain't lying, honey. So, when our children are babies, we treat them as babies, right? Most of us, you know. You said militant and educated, just like yourself. Okay, structure. Well, it's a fine line between structure and militant. But ain't nothing wrong with some structure. Militant and educated. So where would the love come in? Do you feel like men could have emotions for their children if they were, um, or do you? Let me rephrase that. Do you feel like it would be easy for men to express their love for their children if they were raised militant? Do you feel like your child would be loved? Hey, Shannon. My day was great, honey. Thank you for asking. How was your day? You said educated enough to know what self love is because that's where it starts. Eh, that's okay. I understand what you mean by that, watch, but love starts at home. You know, it starts with our parents. And if your child grows to have self love or not, it would be because of how you showed them self love or how to love themselves or the love that you showed them, the care, the consideration, the emotional balance. Because if you don't show that child that, then they're going to get older and struggle with loving themselves and loving others. Aria, you said divine guidance to be able to have them deal with what life has to offer. Who? Okay, girl. That's a mother right there. Yeah, that's spoken like a true mother, because I'm telling you. I like that, Aria, because that's something I would have said. But you know one thing, though, and I'm not going to say men can't give divine guidance, but that divine energy comes from a woman. That divine wisdom comes from a woman. So you got to have the right type of woman guiding and teaching, because all women not built like that. All women are not built in a way that they can, what it say, train, teach a child. And neither are all men. You said learning to love yourself is important. That's how love will flow to your child. Absolutely. Showing them right from wrong, the right way, and what to tolerate and what to not tolerate. Absolutely. I agree with that, Shanna. Absolutely. You said, but I would have to have love to know how to love. When I say militant, I'm talking about how to move in this world. Okay, watch. I got you. Okay. Understood. Understood. Aria, you said the balance of love and respect is necessary. Be the people you want your kids to be. True. That's leading by example, Aria. That's what that is. That's a true definition of leading by example. But let me tell you this. Now let's go here. Our children don't always listen, and we can teach them, we can show them, we can guide them, we can lead them properly, righteously. We can show them the ins and outs of life, what to do, how to do, when to do, why not to do, why. We could teach them all those things. But what if they choose not to take those things that we teach them? How would you respond as a parent? What would you do? Hello, wisdom, shy butte. Well, good morning to you from Nigeria. What's up? We doing our topic for the night. Our topic for the night is our love for our children. You said if they choose not to listen to teachings, they will have to learn through experience. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on now. Can I pin that in the comments? Yes, I can. We're going to pin that in the comments. Because that's true. And sometimes experience is the better teacher. Sometimes experience is the best teacher. Good night, 4748. You said you say to yourself a lot, how would you want your daughter to react or decide in this situation? Yeah. Because as parents, that's something we ask ourselves. Okay. Good luck on your job search, honey. You said some can be taught and some has to experience it to learn it. Yep. I explained to y'all earlier, I was one of those my My lessons was rough. And my lessons was rough because I was hard headed. I was hard headed. So I learned the hard way. But you know, some about me is I teach my children stuff. And my children are 21, 20, 18, and 16. But I teach them stuff so that they don't have to learn the hard way. And if they choose to take those things with them or not, that's solely up to them, because at the end of the day, our children still have to choose their own paths. They still have to choose their own paths. They're still going to go through their own experiences. You know, they still have to learn their own lessons. And sometimes experience can be the only teacher for some things. Yeah, Aria, sure. Yeah, you was hard-headed too, huh? I'm telling you. Yeah. Life will teach you some things, I'm telling you. My grandmama always used to tell me a hard head make a soft hand. And I'd be like, well, I ain't, hold up. Hold up. Don't do me like that. Yep, we can only prepare them the best way we know how, because they have their own journey. One thing that I learned through raising my sons, we as parents, mothers and fathers, but mostly mothers, if you anything like me, then you get frustrated when you trying to help your sons grow better. If you don't have sons, you wouldn't know. But as it's the horns. But a woman, and this was something also that made me respect my mom more, because a woman, I'm not going to say a woman is not fit to raise sons, because I know plenty women that's done raise sons. However, there's a reason why children have two parents. And I don't think a lot of people understand why children have two parents. You know, some people just be out here having babies just to have babies. But there's a reason why children have two parents. And when you have to be a single mother with only one parent in the household, or even a single parent with two parents in the household, because I'm telling y'all, that's a real thing. There's people who have children together and they are both in the same household in a relationship, and they still a single parent. The other parent ain't busting a grape. Don't do a thing. You said they can raise, but experience she I can have will do nothing much for boys. Yes, me personally, I feel like women are not supposed to be raising boys. After a certain age, a boy needs a man, a good man, or you gonna be built towards destruction. Boys need male role models, good male role models, ones that can actually teach them and prepare them for things that women cannot. And some of us women be so strong-minded, strong-willed, baby, just strong for no reason. I'm just playing, but for real, you too damn strong. Sometimes women just too strong. You gotta let them boys, look, you hear that horn, baby? I'm telling you, boys need men. And even in the absence of their father, right? They still need men. They need to be around men. Men can teach boys things that women cannot. A woman is not a man, and a man is not a woman. There's things that a woman can teach children that men cannot. And there's things that a woman can provide to children that men cannot. And there's things that men can provide to children that women cannot. After a certain age, a boy for sure needs a man. I know that. Y'all hear me. Y'all hear me with my sons. If you're not new here and you've been watching me for the last 5 years, over the last 5 years, baby, you done heard me with my sons. You done heard me with my sons. I know that's right, Aria. Thank God for that, because they need them. Like my 16-year-old, he was close to my oldest brother, the one that recently passed. And he was close to him. So, and his birthday coming up, my oldest brother birthday coming up next week. But he was close to him. And when he passed away, oh, he was heartbroken. He was pissed. I'm talking about I ain't never seen my son cry like that. The only time I seen my son cry in a way that was so different was when my mom passed and my brother passed. As he was close to both of them. He said you absolutely love a strong, independent woman, but you have to have logic. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being a strong, independent woman. But you know, some things you gotta be sensible about, not just sensitive. You know, you gotta be sensible. You gotta have logic. A lot of women don't do well in structured environments. They don't care for structured environments, which I don't understand, because I feel like if you raising children, you should want a structured environment. You got to have some type of structure, or it's gonna be complete chaos. He said, boys need structure, and told what to do. The male figure will teach them how to be in their masculinity. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, healthy masculinity, because there's a lot of men that think they can teach boys and they destroy boys even more. There's a lot of men out here destroying men because they have toxic masculinity. They have unhealthy masculinity. You know, that overly aggressive, abusive masculinity. It's a difference. He said that's actually something necessary. Yeah. Mine have mentors. Because if you ain't new here, you heard me tell my story about my son's dad. Yes, Shannon, unhealed childhood trauma, and it's dangerous. That's so crazy, because me and a friend was talking about this earlier today. We was talking about this earlier today. That's crazy. Oh, that's so sweet, Arya. I love that. I love that. That's cute. But yeah, if people will work through their trauma and work on healing their childhood traumas and they triggers and stuff, it would be better. Children wouldn't turn so sour and toxic. It's too many people out here with trauma responses to situations, and you can't approach every situation with the trauma response. It doesn't heal anything. It doesn't help anything. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. Let me ask y'all, what y'all feel? Me and my son, last week we was talking about demon seeds. How y'all feel about that? Do you think a child could be born evil or demonic? I'm gonna tell y'all something my dad used to tell me when I was younger. He would be like, well, it's a lot of demon seeds out here, and you may never really know who they are and what they are. My daddy was a demon seed. I told my daddy he was a demon seed, but he broke something down to me years ago that made so much sense about um where children, who the child comes from. Yes, Arya. Yep. But I believe it's I want to say it's in First John. I believe it's First John chapter 3. Oh, Shannon, absolutely. I had to explain that to my son. I told him, I said, you think everybody good. You think everybody is got a good heart and won't nobody do, because he really used to think like everybody is a good person. Ain't nobody going, he gullible. He was gullible. And I've been, me, his siblings, other people tell him all the time, no, it's evil out here. It's evil, wicked people out here. Everybody ain't nice. Because he came home last week and told me how a lady, while he was talking to the lady's husband, the lady come running out the house and she trying to shoo him off the property. But my son does work for the man all the time, right? But she came out like, oh, we don't want no problems. Just go, just go. And I don't know if she thought her husband, like she seen my son before. So it was a little racist situation, so his feelings was hurt about it. And I'm like, baby, listen, it's a lot of evil people out here. It's not everybody not good. It's just not the world we live in. And yes, Shannon, we learn from good and bad people. I just explained that to y'all the other day. Everybody got a lesson to teach and everybody got a lesson to learn. Everybody. Look at the Cain and Abel situation. They said Cain was a child of the devil. You know, or whatever you want to call it. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes back around. Yes, indeed. As above, so below. He said some people framework to be so skewed. They be sincere yet deceitful, but not intentional with it. You can't correct that. Ooh, Arya, no, you cannot. No, you cannot. But like I told my son, if a person does not practice integrity or righteousness, That's not a person of God. He questioned people. That's the one I told y'all. He questioned people about God all the time. And if they say anything about a religion, he gonna ask them about it. He don't play. He is not scared to ask nobody about nothing. But yeah, I remember, and see, we was talking about my sister earlier, but I remember when my dad told me, first my mom had told me that my dad named my sister after the devil's daughter. And I never knew what that meant. And then she was like, just ask your dad about it when you talk to him. Ask him. So I asked him, and he said, why she tell you that? And I said, well, what that mean? But my mama said, I can't remember which of her names it was. But she would always be like, he made her evil because he named her after the devil's daughter. So I gotta find out who the devil's daughter is, quote unquote. If y'all know, let me know. But they used to say that all the time. My daddy was something else because he named me after a, I guess the queen in her era who was accused of some things she didn't do. He said the Bible will break up an intelligent family. Whoo! Come on now, watch. Come on. You ain't lying. You said it's not about what you say, it's about what you focus on. True. That's true. So, what do y'all know or feel about the serpent seed? So, the serpent seed, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. The serpent seed is supposedly something used to describe a evil lineage, a spiritual lineage of evil. Scary movie, no. You funny. So it's the lineage instead of the individual. Who, Aria? Yes. Girl, you on the roll tonight. Yes. I love it. Yes. Yes. So what it gave me was, and because we talked about this last week too, I believe, and I said something along the lines of, it's a lot of fallen angels out here. I said that last week. It's a lot of fallen angels out here. Watch, we can't tell people what to do, honey. No, we don't do that. The Bible is just a spiritual learning tool if you know how to use it correctly. And if you know how to quote unquote decipher it in what one would call decoding, it's not many people know how to read it properly though. They just use it as a tool to weaponize others. Yeah. And you right about that. Yes, it is. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a common thing in over those 3,000 versions of the Bible. There's common scriptures in all of those 3,000 versions of that Bible. That's why, see, that's one of the reasons why I keep multiple versions of the Bible. That's why I have multiple versions of the Bible. Amongst other religious books. And I'm not religious. I don't believe in religion at all. Girl, come on with it. Yes, Arya. You said, would I compare reality to some fallen angels? Elaborate. Because there's a lot of situations like what's going on in the world now. You can definitely find that in the book of Revelations. You can find that in the book of Revelations for sure. And there's a lot of other situations that occur in this world we live in under the, can't even call it that, but you know. Yep, in the book of Isaiah too. Yes, Arya, absolutely. You said fallen angel bloodline. So fallen angel bloodline. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where what you, if that was your elaboration. That wasn't so elaborative. But fallen angel bloodline. Now, everyone, quote unquote, starts from, let's say, starts fresh, right? You said I agree with her when she said it. What, fallen angel bloodline? Absolutely, because I do agree. Because I know better. Yeah, I did. I definitely did agree with her when she said that. So, fallen angel bloodline is what I don't know if you missed the part when I was speaking of spiritual lineages of evil. You said so you would compare reality to some fallen angels. Which part of reality? You got to be specific. It's a lot going on with reality. Some of the things people do that are in a low vibrational energy, those who walk in a darkness or they quote unquote shadow side or whatever you want to call it. Fallen angels, shadow side, low vibrational energy, darkness, demonic energy. Yeah, I did. That was the first thing I asked that opened that conversation up was about the serpent seed. Demons are not myths. Now, I will agree with you as far as the quote unquote devil, But the demons are not myths. You know what a demon is? It's a spirit. Just like alcohol is a spirit, a demonic spirit. It has demonic attachments and entities attached to it. Lust is a demon. Because it no longer has life. Hell is not a physical place. You create your own heaven and hell. The devil is not something that sits below, and God is not something that's physically in the sky. You literally create your own heaven and hell here on earth. Yes, Shannon. Shannon said all demons are passed down through unhealed family trauma. Hence, serpent seed, spiritual lineage of evil, pain, chaos, destruction. Watch, you ever seen a picture? You know how angels are depicted, like dressed in white with big white feathers and just real elegant, like I posted somewhere on my channel before a photo of what an angel. Oh, you call it good and bad. I call it angels in human form and demons. You said it's a scam. People assume that when you use spiritual language, they assume symbolic mumbo jumbo. Yes, Arya, I know, honey. I already know. I already know. Now watch, okay, now you got some truth to that now. There's some factual truth to that. There are definitely some things, is definitely some things missing out that Bible. That's a fact. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Oh Lord, every time. Every time we have these chats. Every time we have these chats. Whew. Nope, I haven't, Shannon. Should I? I could. I could definitely look into it. Because I read a lot of other stuff. Why not? My grandmama taught me about watchful spirits. Yeah, my neighbor's been outside arguing. I don't know if they arguing or what they doing, but they've been out there. They was arguing at first. I don't know if they still arguing now. I know they loud. And it's like, dang, I know the whole neighborhood got to go to work in the morning or doing something. So why y'all that loud? Mm. You said fresh. I'm going to look into that one too, Aria. They are loud. Well, not the neighborhood, but our block. You know, like it's quiet over here. So when you it's like you loud, buddy, and it's late. Why you outside making all this noise at almost 11 o'clock p.m.? It's crazy. Kids outside. It's like what? That's why I need to be in somebody's country, rural area or something. Cause baby, where ain't no neighbors around. You know, like you can go outside and lay butt naked out in the grass or the cornfield if you want to. Yeah, I know it's past their bedtime. Hey, AM. Go lay down. He said something in the stars, crazy stuff happening everywhere. Yeah, that's that full moon eclipse energy. It's been crazy stuff happening all, and I've been hearing so much traffic tonight, and I don't usually hear this much traffic this time of night over here by my house. Like I've been hearing a lot of traffic though. Sirens, but we talked about that earlier. I told y'all that's usually when you hear a lot of sirens, police sirens, ambulance sirens, because that full moon energy, people's emotions and stuff be intense. And it's a full moon eclipse, so absolutely. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off of here. I've been on here 55 minutes. That is long enough. But I do appreciate you guys for chiming in and joining in the chat. limits and keeping it respectful. Yep, Aria is gonna need it for the rest of the week, honey. Be gentle with yourself, okay? JJ1, I didn't even see you pop in. Watch 272. Hopefully you come back next time. Okay. Happy Tuesday. Absolutely, my darling. Shawanda, Sheree. Enjoy. Y'all. Be blessed. Nothing less. Peace and blessings to you, JJ1. I will see y'all in the morning for the rising wisdom to start your day. You said you got Cancer and Virgo placement. Are you a Cancer moon, Aria? I'm telling, that's heavy. If a Virgo with a Cancer moon right now, jeez, that's intense. Or a Cancer with a Virgo moon, right? Oh, honey, you are. Yeah, show yourself some extra love this week. Please show yourself some extra love this week. You know, keep yourself, get you some rest. That's what I just heard. Get you some rest. I was going to say keep yourself busy, but honey, get you some rest. At least try. But y'all, I will be here in the morning. In the morning. Yeah, I'll see y'all in the morning for the rising wisdom to start your day. Hit the notification bell, okay? Come back, join us in the chat. And I'm gonna be on the video tomorrow, okay? I just didn't feel like doing it tonight. I didn't. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Have an amazing day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Enjoy. Good night. I-90 West, we about to go, honey. You late. You sleep good tonight too, Aria. Please get you some rest, honey. Good night, sweethearts. That's so funny. My mama used to sing that to us. Nah, you ain't never late. You just too late for the video. Cause we leaving. So good night, darlings. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night, accepting accountability. And I appreciate y'all for the gifts and all of that. May you be blessed 1,000 times more. Later, alligator.